Ever wonder how Disney went from a small animation studio to an empire that rules your childhood? It's more than just a company. It's a force of nature. And if you've ever hummed a Disney song, worn a Mickey Mouse t-shirt, or dreamed of a place called Disneyland, you felt its power. But here's the truth, no one tells you. Disney didn't just create movies. They created an entire childhood culture. Every movie, every character, every theme park, and yes, even every toy you bought was carefully designed to own your emotions, your memories, and your future. But how did Disney do it? How did one company become so ingrained in your life that its influence reaches up beyond the screen? Well, buckle up, because you're about to discover the secret strategy that turned Disney into the most influential childhood brand in the world. The first spark, a mouse that became a cultural icon. Let's rewind to 1928. Mickey Mouse was born, and with him, Disney's first weapon in their battle for your attention. But Mickey wasn't just any cartoon character. He was a game changer. He was designed to be simple, relatable, and most importantly, memorable. The genius wasn't in his animation, it was in his symbolism. He was the embodiment of magic. The moment you saw those big ears, you knew you were in for something special. And as Mickey started growing, something even bigger began to take shape. Disney wasn't just about cartoons. They were building an empire. Mickey was the first piece in a massive puzzle. He led to theme parks, merchandise, and an entire world of endless possibilities that would soon captivate generations. But the real genius lay in Disney's next move, the Disney Princess Blueprint, crafting every girl's dream. In 1937, Snow White wasn't just a princess. She was a blueprint for something much bigger. Disney was about to master a strategy so clever, it would dominate childhoods for decades. The goal? To make little girls fall in love with princesses. But not just any princesses. These were strong, beautiful, independent women, models for everything little girls were meant to aspire to. They were also role models, shaping everything from beauty standards to how girls viewed themselves in the world. But this wasn't just about stories. Disney took their characters and embodied them in the merchandise, toys and dolls that were in every store, in every home. Want to live in Cinderella's world? You could buy a dress. Want to be Ariel, the adventurous mermaid? You could become her. Disney wasn't just telling stories. They were just selling identities. The Disney Channel invasion, keeping kids under the spell. But what really separates Disney from the competition is how they kept control. In the 1990s, Disney realized something that would change the game. Kids needed constant, non-stop entertainment. So what did they do? They launched the Disney Channel, and with it, the perfect storm. Shows like Lizzie McGuire, Hannah Montana, and That's So Raven weren't just TV shows, they were the life. Disney was able to take their characters, their stories, and their magic, and embed them directly into the daily lives of kids everywhere. But the real genius wasn't just in the shows themselves. It was in how Disney made sure their magic was always accessible. These weren't just shows you watched. They were shows that became part of your personality, part of your identity. You didn't just admire Hannah Montana. You wanted to be her. You didn't just watch The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. You lived it. Disney had figured it out. If you made kids feel like they were part of the story, you owned their hearts forever. The secret weapon, nostalgia, Disney's masterstroke. Here's where things get even more interesting. Disney isn't just about making memories. They're about controlling memories. Do you remember the first time you watched The Lion King or Aladdin? That feeling of awe, wonder, and pure magic? Disney isn't just hoping you remember those moments. They're banking on it. They know that nostalgia is one of the most powerful forces in the world, and Disney has mastered it like no other company. From the moment you hear the first notes of A Circle of Life or see Simba, you're transported to a time when life was simpler. Disney's genius is that they can tap into this feeling, not just once, but again and again, across generations. This is where Disney's live-action remakes come in. Sure, they're marketed to the new generation, but they're really aimed at you, the adults. Disney knows that by remaking your favorite classics like Beauty and the Beast, they'll make you feel the way you felt when you were younger. It's not just a remake, it's a time machine, and you're stepping into it, willingly, every time. The Magical Kingdom, theme parks and immersive experiences. But the true genius of Disney's strategy is in their theme parks. These aren't just places where you get to ride rides. They're carefully crafted worlds. Disney doesn't just want to entertain you for a couple of hours. They want you to live in their stories, to become part of the magic. And when you step into Disney World, you're not just visiting a theme park, you're entering another world where every corner is designed to remind you that you are living the dream. The rides? They're not just fun. They're a direct emotional connection to the stories you know and love. The merchandise? It's not just a souvenir. It's a piece of the magic you can take home. Disney is a multi-sensory experience that stays with you long after you leave. And that's the point. Disney doesn't want you to just remember their movies. They want you to remember Disney, always, as the source of pure joy, nostalgia, and most importantly, magic. What's next? Disney's future in 2025 and beyond. Now, here's the big question. What's next for Disney? With the rise of streaming platforms, digital content, and virtual worlds, is there any way Disney's empire can be challenged? Or is it inevitable that Disney will remain the king of childhood forever? Disney has already expanded into streaming with Disney Plus, turning their massive archive into an on-demand magic vault. And they're not stopping there. With new partnerships, immersive virtual reality experiences, and more, Disney is positioning itself for a future where they don't just own the past, they'll own the present and future of childhood entertainment. Final thoughts. Why Disney's power will never fade. So here's the real reason Disney has controlled your childhood for so long. It's not just about entertainment. Disney has figured out how to shape the way you feel about the world, about yourself, and about what's possible. They're not just telling you stories. They're selling you experiences, emotions, and memories. And the wild part? They're going to keep doing it for generations to come. Every new movie, every new theme park, every new franchise is just another layer in the ever-growing Disney empire. So next time you see Mickey, hear a Disney song, or step into a theme park, remember, Disney doesn't just want your attention, they want your life.